Good morning. It must be Friday. We're here. We're together. We have 5 minutes to go. I'm just going to go grab my glasses so I can see you a little bit and relax. We're going to do a little bit of more of a relaxation, more of a de-stress, get rid of some anxiety. So grab a blanket, sit yourself on your mat, on the floor, on the carpet. Be comfortable. Be right back. Back in less than a minute. Light and airy. Hello. I'm back. That was fast. I got my glasses. Now I can see who will be joining me today. And who will that be? Is that Sue? Hi, Sue. Is that Sue over there? I can't tell. It doesn't tell me who is on my YouTube, but welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Relax. We're going to stretch out a little bit today and focus more on the softness of every pose rather than that strengthening and lengthening. Today we're just going to hang out and just breathe and relax and start seated. It's a Friday. And just breathe. So while we're sitting and waiting, I'm going to allow my eyes to close. I even put some music on. Maybe you can hear it. Let me see if I could ask my wife to lower her volume on the TV. And this way we have a little bit more quiet. I'll put the volume up just a tad more. And it's Tibetan bowls, so it's not really music and what you may think of music, but it is to help us let go the sounds of the Tibetan singing bowls. The different tones are to help us open up the energy points in our body. In yoga, that we focus on 7 of them. Chakras, the 7 chakras of the spine. And they line up so that they overlap each other. They start at the base, at the very base, where your tail is, the root, where everything stems from. Sexuality, your strength, right? It's rooted, your base. The sacrum, support, understanding. The solar plexus. Are you still with me over there, YouTube? I see my laptop is doing a couple of little things there I'm not used to seeing. I hope you're still with me. It's amazing in this world of technology that we live in today, how much we depend on them, even to its basic form, right? Yes, good morning. Today is about relaxing, so grab a blanket, sit on it. Sit on your cushion, sit on your pillows, sit and be comfortable. However you're comfortable, whether your legs are crossed, one on top of the other, both underneath, one leg forward, both legs bent. However you can sit. If you cannot sit on the floor, it doesn't matter. Grab a chair. I promise you, even in chair yoga, it's a wonderful benefit for the body. So how should you sit in chair yoga? Well, don't sit all the way back on the back of the chair. Sit all the way up on the front edge of the chair. And allow yourself, your feet flat, heels underneath the knees, sitting with good posture. Make your posture. Even if you're sitting on the floor, you're sitting on your sit bones with good posture. And you're trying to elevate yourself. Lengthen upward, not hard, not so much focus. But notice, because we're not used to sitting like this, perhaps, everything's a perhaps, because I don't know where you are, but I'm just giving you some of the subtleties of what can cause you discomfort. When your knees are up, the body is rolling forward. When your knees are up. If your knees are up, we need to support them. If you can grab some kind of a block, something to put them underneath your knees so that you can gently push down on them to feel a support. That's what's important, is supporting the knees. So that by pushing the knees downward, you can then help yourself to elevate away from the floor. Reaching, and then finding the body, if it's leaning forward, to gently find its way on top. More support, perhaps, under the knees, right? Notice how my knees are still lifting, right? I need to support them a little bit better or push them further down. So what helps with the knees, okay, since we're already there, what helps with the knees, if you are sitting on a blanket and it's very low, notice it's about an inch and a half in thickness. So if I double that up about 3 inches, I'm going to sit on that. This time I'm going to put it in the corner so my tail is closer here. Watch what happens. Sitting up closer to the edge, now I can bring my foot underneath. Look where my knee went. All the way to the floor. So the higher your base, of course, is underneath you, the easier it is to support the knees to the floor. The easier it is to find your support up here. And you can stay a lot longer without the strain. It's just being. So that helped me a lot. I hope you could do the same thing for yourself. And let's begin here by breathing through the nose. And as we're sitting, relax your elbows between your ribs. Soften your hands on your thighs. If you can, allow your palms to turn upward. Soften your thumbs and your index fingers together. Allow the middle finger to join, extending the ring finger and the pinky. Just relaxing. Lifting tall, nice and soft and comfortable. Draw your shoulder blades back and down and soften your chin to your throat. Feel the crown with the tiniest little bow of your head. Close your eyes here. Just close and breathe through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Just to sit here and allow yourself to notice, just for a little while, what's going on within inside your body. Physical, emotional, spiritual, etherical. Let all of that come together to you. First, the physical, by allowing yourself to relax and keeping a straight spine. The straighter the spine, the easier it is for the energy of the chakras to flow through the spine. Take a deep breath. Feel your breath. Notice it. Breathing intentionally. Breathing because you say so. Stay focusing on your exhaling. Stay focusing on that physical body, trying to keep the spine straight. So the job of the spine is to keep the mind actively thinking of keeping the spine straight. Focusing and concentration. Breathe. And we're focusing to the point where we don't focus on anything but what we're focusing on. And breathe. Take a nice deep breath here. Allow the eyes gently open. Soften your hands down. Relaxing. Let the arms follow the breath. As we inhale, gently reaching upward as far as you can. As we exhale, softly melting downward. Try to stretch away though, not just moving the arms up and down, but reaching them away from the body. How far can you go? In the entire 360 degrees movement of each arm, or both arms together, the 360, right? About 180 for each arm. Reaching. Hold it up here for a little while, lift your body taller, keep your eyes focused forward. Soften now with the right arm, gently reaching, nothing hard, just a gentle movement. Allow the hips to stay down, ask the knees to stay down, keep the body flattened to itself. As we inhale, gently moving, softly reaching, extending, relaxing, allowing. The key is to allow, right? To just allow. Focusing the mind so we stay in our body flat and straight. Inhale, come back up. All the way up as high as you can. As we exhale, gently melting forward and down. Let the hands come to the floor. Keep your back flat. Keep your back flat, keep your chin in. Soften as the hands touch the floor. The shoulder blades back. The shoulders back. Relax your heart upward. Breathe. Sweeping the arms, lift up the body. Stay as straight as you can. Focus. Right arm again. Exhale all the way over. Gently. Feel that reach. Feel that way. Inhale. Come back up. Nothing fast. Just allow your soft movements. Lengthen. How do you do this on a chair? Well, if your feet are still flat on the floor, you let one hand come to the edge of the chair, holding on to the chair, just what you can, stretch upward, and a little bit of a lean. Same thing, nothing hard. Soft to the other side. Both arms are going to come up. We're going to go forward and down again. Gently reaching upward. Rush. Don't rush. Don't be excitable. Relax yourself. Soft. Now, gently reaching your heart forward. Let the pubis roll. Try not to block your pubis with your heel if it's in there. And gently melting forward and down. Relax your chin to your throat. Your shoulder blades back. Keep your back as flat as you can. Engaging both heels, pulling them inward to lengthen your heart forward a little bit more. Feel the legs taking all the weight so that you can eventually release your hands forward. Breathing when you can. Inhale, coming back up. All the way. Way up high. And relax. And release. And slow. Keep yourself sitting on your blanket, but notice how I made that little blanket small, right? That's going to give me enough room to bring my leg inside. Way a little deeper, and my right knee could come closer to the front. Bring the left foot in front, and just sit up on top of that. And breathe. Now ask your knee to draw itself in. Lift your body off of that, and turn into that thigh. Breathing. Hold on to the calf with your hand. Keep your foot flat on the floor as we keep asking the knee to pull. Ask the knee to pull itself. Don't pull it with your arm. Arm is just holding you in place. And breathe and lift. Not hard at all. Nothing hard, just lifting. Find yourself as if you were on a skewer to gently rotate. around to the back, reaching. Your hand is going to come down to the floor, breathing. And relax. And release and soften. Feel that wonderful release of the back as we help it stretch a little further. Same thing now on the other side, just to what the body allows us to do. Keep it on the outside. Don't come all the way over right now. Just let the hips stretch a little. This is great for the hips. Hold the calf. Lift your body. Keep lifting. As we gently begin to rotate. Notice how the knee wants to go outward. Right? So the arm's not letting it go any further, but use your knee itself. Activate. Focus. It's really all in your mind. Noticing what you can turn on. Learning every day a little bit more to how to release the tension, how to control the action without using your hands so much. Breathing. And relax and release and soften. So because we're down on the floor, we're going to continue to come down on the floor. Now, if you can notice, like I said earlier, this is about 3 inches in thickness. So what I want to do with this is fold it in 3 instead of 2, so that it's about 4.5 to 5 inches, like a block. Can you see that? It's like a block. Nice and. Can you grab something like that, perhaps? Something, anything, even if it's bigger, even if it's wider, but about the same height, about 4.5, 5 blocks, 6 inches. Okay? So we're going to take that and we're going to leave it at the side so we can use that. The edge of the blanket should not go on the back. Should only go to the edge of the hip, where the lower back and the hip meet, but on the hip, not the back. Okay? So we're going to lay down and begin an assisted bridge pose. Just assisted bridge. So nothing hard, just relaxing here. Be able to maneuver your blanket underneath you by lifting your hips, reaching underneath with your right hand, left hand, whichever is on the side, and finding with your hand where that lower back is. Find it so that the blanket is not touching the back. Maybe you could extend one leg out, maybe you could extend the other leg out, and just hang out here for a while. If this is too much for you, you could bend your knees. You could let your knees drop toward each other. Breathe in. Make it so that the sacrum is flat on top. If you can stay with both legs out, stay with both legs out. Make sure that it's not touching your back. Release all the attention. Just for a few breaths, just to release a little bit more into those hip flexors. Feel the hip opening, feel it relaxing. Feel the spine from the hips melting down from the floor without sacrificing the flatness of your back. Can you feel that? Gently melting down. Not hard, but just releasing. Breathing. Allowing. Take a deep breath. Soften one knee up, soften the other knee up. Gently lift up the hips and move the blanket. Make sure you have enough room, separating your feet about shoulder width apart, flatten your back. Let it melt flat. Soften your chin to your throat. Feet are shoulder width apart. Gently drop the knees to the left. Let them stagger. Don't rush yourself. Don't relax your hips more. Ask your right knee to push down as we arch the back a little bit, pushing that right hip toward that left corner of the ceiling. So it's on an angle pushing outward. You can turn your head if you like, over to the right side. Try to melt that right shoulder blade more. Try to sense where your spine is. Allow. Just release. Inhaling. Gently come back up. Do the same thing to the other side. Just melt them down. Let them. Let them. Don't move anything, just melt it. Just let it go. The only thing we're asking to move is the knee gently pressing itself to release that lower back, arch the back, press the hip toward the corner of the ceiling, and the corner opposite where the hip is. Reach it way across to the ceiling. Feel it turning, feel the back arching, melting your neck, melting your chin. Can you lengthen your spine? Feel it reaching and shoulders melting away from the ears. So it's a constant movement, or at least the thought of movement, that's connecting your mind to your body, right? You're asking yourself to do things. Can you sense your breath? Can you feel it? Can you allow yourself to acknowledge the energy, the power of your breath? It is life. It's the source of your life. It's what gives you breath. It's what gives you life. It's your breath. Without it, we have nothing. It's the first thing you do when you're born. The last thing you do when you die. Let it feel that breath. Inhale. Then exhale. Feel your breath. Intention. Activate your belly with every exhale. Even laying here. Yes. Even laying here. Feel the organs being massaged with every exhale. Feel the muscles around the sacrum gently drawing the tail forward with every exhale. Allowing that knee to melt a little further toward that heel. Maybe. Without pressing so hard, but allow. Softly come back around. Bring the knees up to your chest, nice and gentle. Grab a hold of your knees, individually for now, one on one. Softly, don't pull with your arms, pull with your body, pull with your knees. Try to touch your knees. I'm holding on to balance, not pulling with my hands. Just soft, a little rock of your body from side to side, releasing the tensions, just melting. And relax and release and lengthen. Take a deep breath. Allow your knees to bend, softly leaning over to the side. Come on up and have a seat with me as I watch my wife walk by. Hi. It's tough when you're doing everything at home, isn't it? It's okay. It's our new reality, guys. For now, anyway. Until it's not. How's that feeling on the body? Feels good so far? Feels nice? Let's get back up onto the hands and knees. So, in a tabletop, nice and long, nice and straight, allowing your senses. Try not to lean so much on your wrist. That's going to hurt your poor wrist. Try to push into those fingers just a little bit. Relax. Help balance out the weight of those arms, spine, belly, breath, ankles, feet. Everything is gently active. A gentle rotation from side to side. Kind of sway your head with it. Allow your chin to turn. The ear on that side should be parallel to the floor. Moving a little bit slower, go a little further, as if your shoulder wants to touch the hip, without letting anything else move if you can. Easy, don't pinch your body, just relax. Feel a nice stretch on the upper hips. And relax. Soften onto your heels. If your knees are separated, that's fine. Draw them in. Roll them in. Draw them in. Roll them in. So that the top of the thighs are straight, 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 straight. Try to make it so that the heels are also straight. Straight in line with the second and third toe in the back. And we're sitting on the hip bones. Rather, hip bones sitting on the heels. And just breathe and relax. Allow the shoulders to gently rock back, one and then the other. Softly begin to lift up the chest, melting. Draw the chin to the throat. Breathing. Pull your tail so it's not arching. Feel the belly working. Nothing hard. Feel the shoulders turning. Gently reaching. Feel the movements releasing. Inhale, come back up onto your hands and knees. Extending out to plank pose. Nice soft plank. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips up to the sky. Breathe. Feel your heels begin to pedal. Feel the stretching of your calves. Allow the body to melt. The shoulders to melt back away from the ears. Fingertips are wide. Straight and narrow. Breathing. Keeping the melting going. The body softening toward the floor. Shoulders away from the ears more. Keep the ears in line with your shoulders, your arms. Soften. Left heel to the floor, right leg to the sky, lifting it way up high. Melting, lift up your eyes to your fingers, extending yourself as forward as you can. Knee comes to the right side, heel to the left. Melt down into your left knee. Keep that leg straight. Second and third toe, heel, ankle, knee, hip. And the heel in the front whole knee. Softly for now, soften to your elbows. Continue to relax those legs, melting back and down into the hips. Breathing, lengthening. Feel your spine melting into the shoulders. Keep your ears up to the shoulders and the chin to the throat. Can you lengthen your crown without moving your hips over? If this is too much, come up on your hands and just follow along with your hands. Be comfortable with yourself. Stay as low as you can, so bring your hands to what's comfortable for you. If you can now, allow yourself to travel around and over your thigh. Try to bring your body on top of your thigh, melting down on top of it. Use your right arm for support. The left arm continues to travel by trying to create your body to a bow, as a bow and arrow. Feel bending. Release your shoulder toward the floor. Gently come back around. Nothing fast. Allow here a downward dog. Take your time, but try to use your leg off the floor. It's okay to use your knee, but sometimes we need to go a little bit more. Don't be afraid. You can always come back to the floor. Pedal those feet now, softly, gently. Can you feel the big toes keeping the feet flat and straight on the way up, on the way down, rather than angling off to the sides? Soften the right heel to the floor, left leg, up to the sky, way up on its side. Lengthen. Can you look under your left arm to the side? Feel yourself reaching a new distance, a new length, a new height. Allow your body not to stop working. Looking up, leaning forward, knee comes forward, way up high. Lengthen. How far can you bring that body up? Soften back into those hips and legs, relaxing and stretching even further. I like to take this opportunity to, while I'm getting myself set up, to ask my knee in the front to go further out to the side, eventually getting that 90 degrees that we're looking for in our knee. But for now, whatever is good, right? Just melting right down to the elbows, nothing hard, nothing fancy, just melt. Breathing and focusing on melting. Here, and in every pose, once you're in your pose, let the mind focus on the purity of who you are, love, the source of your existence, love. Give yourself in that essence of love, being kind to yourself, just trying to be offering what you're doing with intention of giving to yourself, of yourself rather, to love. Gently walk over to the side, allow your body to melt on top of your thigh. Keep your left arm for support as your right arm travels further, relaxing and melting only what you can. Feel yourself releasing. Gently come back around. Inhale up the body, and let's have a seat. Nothing hard, just allow. Sometimes we need more rest. Sometimes we need more movement. But always we need one or the other. On occasion, we need both at the same time. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to pull your feet in. Now, again, we're asking the hips to softly open. So rocking them. One and then the other a few times. Not many, just a few. Keep the soles of the feet together. Clasping your fingers around like a cap. Try not to pull with your arms. Try to relax. Try not to lift your toes. Try to soften. Try to lift your spine flat, your shoulder blades working. Spine, belly, shoulder blades working to pull you forward without tensing the arms. Ask your knees to melt down. Keep tension completely into your feet, all 10 ball joints, blades, and heels. Side and side, inside, outside. And relax here while we're doing so. And ask the knees to melt down. Keep the tension of those feet as we gently melt the body. Draw the belly deeper, lengthen the spine more. Feel yourself growing. Feel that tension gently growing inside the abdomen as we're breathing. And the knees will continue working. And the hands are just holding. Notice how we tense up the upper body. Relax and lengthen. Relax, relax, relax. And soften and release. Gently swing the legs around to the back. Onto your hands and knees. Make it so that when you step forward with your right leg, you're going to step forward with the right leg. Make it so that when we do step forward, the right leg is about a foot from the top of the mat. Lean onto the top of the heel with the knee. Both hands come to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see me better this way, so there's no confusion. Got that? Just enough? Too much? Okay, move back just a little bit. That's that better? Better angle? Okay. Knee on top, both hands inside. Breathing. Holding your body here, hold your knee on top, extend your leg further back, bringing your knee back down to the floor. How far back can you bring that leg comfortably, keeping everything straight? Let the knees stay on top of the heel. Gently, gently, gently. Ask your hip to pull back and down. This hip, not hard. Pull it back and down. That doesn't mean you're going to travel anywhere, but keep the spine flat as we also hinge down the body with the hip. At the hip. Breathing. Holding your lowest point, let the body travel away from the thigh to the corner like the letter Y. Gently keep pushing the hips if you can toward the front and the body reaching away. Imagine and visualize your hips staying squared across. And gently come back. Soft. We're going to go to the other side. Give yourself enough room. Bring that leg forward. So go into the corner so you can see it a little bit better. That's right. Knee stays on top. Hands to the floor. Lengthen back that leg. Nice and long. Keeping the body even as you can. Lengthen and pull the hip back. Back that hip up as you lower the body down. Bending your elbows. Trying to keep your spine flat to you. Breathe. And relax and release and soften. Come back down. Into child's pose. Knees together, feet together. If you still have that blanket folded up, that's a good place to be right now. Allowing your body to rest on your feet. Allow your thighs to be straight. With your belly pulling inward with every exhale. Draping your body on top of your thighs. Arms stay back. Chin tucks in. Use the blanket to rest the hairline. Breathe in. Feel the shoulders melting down. Feel the body releasing a little bit more. Stay, relax, and breathe. Nothing fast, just soft today. And gently come back up. Come back around. Let's open up that blanket. So let's make the blanket so that it's a little bit wide as or wider than your area of working for yourself. So at least shoulders width apart. How's that? At least shoulders width apart. You want to be able to melt. I'm going to roll my blanket. Nice little block. I'm going to bring my hands in front. Tabletop my body. Flatten out myself what I can. Breathing and allowing. Inhale. Left arm is going to come up to the sky. Right through onto the shoulder. Right in the middle of your mat with your shoulder on your blanket with your shoulder. Make sure that that blanket has the weight of your shoulder so the head can relax down further. Keep reaching that left arm away from your shoulder as you gently rotate your head and chin. Use your right hand to help a little bit. Take a deep breath. Anchor your feet a little bit more if you can. Feel that stretch in the back of the shoulder. Let it melt. And come back up. Centering yourself. The right hand's going to do the same thing. Way up high. Stretching upward. Soften through. All the way onto that blanket. Let yourself melt. Of course, if you don't want the blanket, don't use it. If you can, allow yourself to melt all the way onto that shoulder. Turn your chin up to the ceiling. Use your left hand to help. Anchor your feet more if you can. And gently come back up. And softly come back around. We'll line it up one more time. Put it off to the side. You don't need it for now. And breathe. Coming up onto your knees. You're going to begin to stand. Use a chair. Use anything that you need to help you come up if you need it. If you can, bring your left leg forward. Curl your toes. Use the floor if you need to help, right? It's okay. But if you can, rise upward and step forward. And breathe. And softly stand straight. Just allow yourself to breathe. Notice where your tensions are. In your back, middle back, lower back, shoulders, neck. Where you're holding your tension. Breathing, allow your right hand to grab a hold of your left hand. Extending that left arm completely down. Let the shoulder and the shoulder blade, without moving your body, just your shoulder and your shoulder blade. Not to lift, but to gently draw down and back. Feel that. Nothing big, nothing hard, but just allow yourself. Keep your legs turning on, so you're on to that mountain type pose. Keep drawing the belly. Keep feeling that rotation. Keep feeling that elbow extending. And with your right hand, help pull it just a little bit. Feel that whole shoulder blade collapsing. Come closer. Feel that whole shoulder blade collapsing. All the way around this foot if you can. And relax. And release. And so. Shake it out if you need to. Do the same thing on the other side. Right arm comes back, left hand grabs the wrist area. And we're extending that arm. Just extend it. Make your spine taller, longer. Draw your belly in more. Feel your chest softly open as you extend. Gently pulling that arm. Feel. Hold it. Breathing. Allowing all that you can. Keep working. Keep allowing. Relax and release and shake it out if you need to. Inhale, allow your arm, right arm, all the way up, and let the hand bend onto your back. Now sometimes it comes onto the neck and the head because we're so tight in the shoulders. That's fine, let it stay there. But notice where your head went. Can you lift up your head for me? Can you make that head straight even though your arm's up? Can you relax your hand rather than fight to touch the spine? Just relax it, even if it doesn't touch. Even if your hand itself doesn't touch anything. Just relax more. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, and the more you relax, the more you're going to notice. Just breathe and stand still now. Just release. Keep lifting up your chest. Keep lifting up your spine. Keep lifting yourself up. Keep extending, if you can, that elbow upward. Try to get it even to the middle if you can. No worries. The hand's going to help. Lifting it upward, come across the top of the head so you don't cover your face here. As far as you can with a grab that elbow. And gently keep lifting that head back and up. Lifting your chest. Just holding on. You don't have to pull. Just hold on. That's enough for now, maybe. If you need and if you can and if you want to, Push that elbow upward, releasing, pulling back just a little bit more. Even if you can, try to get the hand to relax over toward that shoulder so that entire arm rolls inside. Breathing it all the way in. Just what we can. Just what we can. And we're gently reaching upward. And we're gently drawing backward. Try not to arch the back, but keep everything pulling in straight. Breathing. And relax. And release and shake it out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Nothing big, nothing hard. Just allowing what the body lets us. Sometimes in order to get that hand to come to the back, that elbow needs to travel way outside because we're so tight in the shoulder. Fine. Doesn't matter. If you did something with it, that's awesome. But here we're trying to allow, right, to grab and to relax and to relax and to relax until maybe eventually we can go up with it. And breathing and notice how much we're arching the back. Notice where you can take that arm, the hand. Gently keep pushing your head up and back, lifting your elbow higher, just what you can. Breathing. Take a deep breath. And relax and release and shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Sweep the arms up to the sky really high. Into a forward bend. Soften the knees. Hinging. Let the body melt. Try to get the entire body to rest on the thighs. Reaching downward. Soften the neck. Soften the arms. Let those shoulders rock and roll. Softer and softer. Breathe. Can you lift the back of the thighs a little bit more? Can you melt your body further? Soften the knees, roll the spine upward. All the way up we go, reaching up high. Soften the hands together and soften to the heart. Go bow your head, let the eyes close here, and just stay steady and soft. And let your breath be your main focus. Keep your eyes open if you find yourself losing your balance. Sit down if you need to, whatever's comfortable for you. But if you can, just stay gently in yourself, engaging what you need to engage to stay steady and soft. Reflecting here on only goodness. The goodness of yourself, of your breath. Gently, let the arms down, let the eyes open. Allow yourself now to step for a triangle pose, just a triangle pose. Right leg's gonna go back as far as you can go. Soften, gently releasing. Don't worry if your body turns. Touch your ankle or your foot or the floor, reaching. Feel the hips traveling what they will. Feel the body extending what it will. Feel the ribs rotating what they will. Feel just soft, not hard. Relaxing upward, lengthening. Keep the chin to your throat if you can remember. And gently bend through the knee to rise. Pivoting to the other side. Soften and allow. Allow your softness to follow you. Reaching and lengthening down. Allowing what you can to melt. Feel yourself extending, lengthening. And gently come back up. Relax, release, and softly join your feet together in the front. You're going to balance, so use a wall if you need to. Reaching up and grabbing the inside of your ankle. Use the wall if you need to. Gently feel the hips pushing forward as the heel pulls toward the hip. Gently controlling, soften through the knee at the bottom. Let the body lean forward, push your hips back. Lifting your knee higher, let the body lean further. Lift your arm higher. Breathe in. Dancer's pose. Maybe you can extend your leg up higher. Maybe not. And come back. And release. Remember, use the wall. Use the wall. Don't be afraid to use the wall. Okay? Holding on. Gently coming up. Whatever your body lets you do is good. Right? You're holding the wall. It's wonderful. It's comfortable. If you don't need the wall, don't use the wall. And relax and release. Let's settle down, have a seat. I'm going to grab my blanket like I was earlier. I'm going to sit on top of it. This time, I'm just going to relax with the soles of my feet together. Nothing big, nothing hard, and melt. Just adjusting for comfort, right? So now let the blades of your feet touch, and with your thumbs into the ball joints, fingers around the toes, gently pulling them apart like a peeling an orange open. Feel that. Knees soften further down. Relax the tail forward if you can. Draw the belly deeper, allowing the body to melt. Resting your elbows if you can on your thighs, or excuse me, your calves. Breathing. Allow it gently. And relax and soften. Let's do another spinal twist laying down on the floor. This will be great for bringing everything back into its place after the poses that we've done to open everything up more. Laying down on your back. A little bit different all the time, yes? Flatten your back. Bring both knees on top of your hips, knees together, feet together. Melting your knees to the left. Keep everything together. Let them go to where they will on the floor. Gently melting your head around to the other side. Melting your shoulder blades flat. Let everything melt. Engaging your hips forward to stay stacked on top of each other and the knees to touch. Continue to melt your spine. Try to sense where you are in the space that you're in. Melt it away. On an exhale, draw the knees back up and around to the other side. Gently melting them to the floor. Breathing. Allowing the hips to melt. Melting the rib cage around to the side. Let it melt. Let your head turn to the left. Feel yourself in your space. Releasing more tension. Finding where you are. Melting. Breathing. Allowing. Sensing. It's the constant sensing of yourself. Where am I on the floor? Are my legs good? Are they touching? Am I softening my spine? Do I feel tension? Right? Just being. Just allowing yourself to really be inside of your own body in the present moment. That's all. Nothing big, nothing hard. Just allowing yourself to be kind to yourself. Gently bring your knees back up and around. Softly to the floor. Breathing. Inhale the knees up to the chest. Let the knees widen as the soles of the feet come together. Can you reach up and grab your ankles? And as you grab them, gently push your knees down. Keep your feet together. Keep your hands on your ankles. And as your knees push down, notice how your shoulders are pulling up. Let them pull up. How far can you get the shoulders to pull? By pulling your knees down. Try to flatten your spine to the floor. Breathing. Try to pull your shoulders to the floor. Soften. And relax. And release and melt. As we inhale, extend the arms to the sky. Palms facing each other, thumbs touch the floor. Relax your spine. Try to get your spine flat on the floor. Let it release. Hold your tension. Inhale, gently bring the arms back up, melting them out to the side. Soften to your corpse pose. Corpse pose, fetal pose, seated pose, whichever one you prefer. Just for a few breaths, nothing big. Allow yourself to rest, let the eyes close, or not, that's up to you. But if you can, allow your breath to guide you, even to a softer state. So following the breath, allow every inhale to soften your body down further. Allow every exhale to release your body down to the floor. Breathe. Feel. Notice. Let it. Without expectations. If you find yourself thinking other thoughts, or the thoughts are coming in, focus on your breathing. No expectations. Just allow yourself to be still, soft, and quiet. And try to keep going softer in your breath. Nothing further down in your body. Trying to reach that place that you are able to rest in the presence of your higher you. In. A place where you honor yourself and the Lord, the source of your existence. That same place where I honor mine, myself. We are together, honoring each other. Just stay. Keeping your eyes closed, take a deep breath. Allow your knees to gently bend upward. Join them together. Soften your knees to the side. Let the body follow. Pushing away from the floor, ease yourself to a seated pose. Cross your legs, hands together. Sit in your chair, wherever you need to be. A little bow of your head, gratitude in your heart. For the kindness you've shown yourself today, take a deep breath with gratitude. May the lights of love, peace, and kindness always be your guidance. As we inhale, allow the head to lift, eyes begin to open. I thank you for joining me. Namaste. See you tonight.